right. I'm still here in Morthal, but we are leaving momentarily, since we've defeated Vampire Lord Movarth and pretty much laid to rest the troubles of this town for the most part. It's become really quiet here. Well, it was already quiet even when we came, but when the threat of being infiltrated and taken over by vampires, as well as the pall of having a murderer among them, supposedly, cast a dark shadow over this town, at least then it was kind of exciting. There was fear, there was dread, there was unease. And now that that's all gone, it's just boring. So we are leaving. As I said, we're not heading back to Riverwood. Let our friend enjoy the pleasure of having the horn of Jürgen Windcaller a bit longer. We are going to enjoy ourselves. What's happening? What's that? Who is that? You look like a bandit. Who are you?
Ah! Whoa, whoa! We're routed! Fall back! Ah!
You've got to admire their courage. Doing something like that with dragons on the loose and a war going on.
What are you, some sort of assassin? He clearly had ill intentions, approaching me with a drawn weapon. Hello.
Welcome to Khajiit's humble camp.
Camp. Oh well. Lydia, you're supposed to be my bodyguard. Where were you when I was being approached by this person? Dunmer. Oh no, what is this? Bothea. Bothea's proving. The following account is true. May it serve as a warning to those with ears to hear and hearts to know. On a certain day at a certain time, the faithful gathered to perform certain rituals, hoping to gain a glimpse of their master. The day was correct, the summoning true. Slashing a smoking tear through the veil, she, her very self, appeared before them, terrible and resplendent. She came arrayed in ebony darker than a moonless night, wielding a blade burning hotter than the surface of the sun. And though she wore the guise of a Dunmer warrior queen, she towered above them like a statue carved from the Red Mountain itself. Why have you disturbed me? Surprised, the first among them prayed. O Bothea, Prince of Plots, Deceiver of Nations, Queen of Shadows, Goddess of Destruction, we come to worship thee. She looked down upon her followers gathered to bear witness. Frowning, she asked the first, "Tell me, you who profess to know me, how shall I know you?" Afeared, he exclaimed, "Each night I pray to thee, each night I call out thy wondrous names. Surely thou must recognize the sound of my voice, thy most devoted of believers. She frowned and let out a long sigh, and then of a sudden he was gone, the air from her lungs dispersing him. Turning to the second, she asked, "And you, how shall I measure the worth of your existence?" Stunned by the power of her voice, he bowed before her, darkening visage. She clapped her hands, and he too was gone. To the third, "And you, tell me, how shall I know you apart from such as were they, of whom there is no trace?" Shaken and speechless from the nullification of his brethren, he whispered, "Have mercy upon us." She blinked twice. Once he was in agony, twice he was destroyed. She cast a withering glance upon those remaining and said, "I do not grant mercy." And so it was with the others, she putting them to proof, they offering none. Finally she came to me, eyes aglow with anger, tongue wet with hate, and said, "Of all my believers but 2 remain. Tell me, second to last, in what shall you prove your existence?" Without hesitation I drew forth my blade and buried it in the chest of the other who stood beside me, and without fear replied, "Ask him whose blood now sprouts from my blade if I exist." She smiled, and the gates of oblivion opened between her teeth. Then she said, "Tell me, now last of my followers, wherefore do you remain where the others do not?" I retrieved my blade and offered it up, saying, "I am alive because that one is dead. I exist because I have the will to do so, and I shall remain as long as there are signs of my handiwork, such as the blood dripping from this blade." Accepting my gift, she nodded and said, "Indeed. If in the reading your blood boils in your veins, and your mind blazons with fire, then Bothia calls you. 'Tis then most wise to heed her call. Find her on the mount which overlooks Windhelm. Meet us there and be tested." To be tested? What? To be slaughtered or to slaughter? What does that mean? I've never been one to worship the Lady of Conspiracies, even if she is the greatest deceiver. I think I'm better than her. I won't say that out loud. Alright. So, look at that mountain. Is it a mountain? It's so solitary and sharp. Like a horn. Huh. Look at that. Yet another fortress. Oh, what's this? Thalmor. Alright. Our sworn enemies. Kill each other, please. That. Die.
It's nothing.
Kill each other. Alright.
I am the master.
Very good. Kill each other. High elves. Kill each other.
Just getting jumpy, I guess. I'm getting out of here.
You're not done. Come on.
Must have scared him off. Don't. Yes?
Nothing.
You really should be more careful with the spells you cast.
Oh, I am. I am very careful. Don't worry. You're the lone survivor of your group.
That was pathetic. Didn't even do anything.
Really? Think that again. Sorry about that, Lydia. I know you probably dislike
do something.
my zeal. What the? Who are these? Let's help our friends, Khajiit. Right. Are you alright? Oh, he's fine. Alright, where's the other one? I like helping our friends, the Khajiit. They are, after all, our fellow travelers. Where's the other one? There are two of them. Right, and now to collect our prizes from these high and mighty elves now laid low. Nice. Taking those. Might as well put you to the side. We don't want you to be undignified on the road. Where are the rest of them? So, anyway, while we were at Morthal, I did make it a point to practice my enchanting. And thanks to the many souls that we were able to harvest during our recent adventures, I basically enchanted every single item I had been looting from our fallen foes. So our enchanting is now fairly high. We are just below expert level, but I have advanced our skill by taking these two new perks. Gem Dust, where we can destroy a flawless gem when we enchant, and we sprinkle its dust on the arcane enchanter, thus empowering the enchantment by 25%. And we also got this, Regalia. So new enchantments placed upon robes, circlets, hoods and necklaces will be 30% stronger. But the one that we are going for, of course, is this twin enchantment, where we can place two enchantments upon the same item. Still have a ways to go, but at the rate that we are going, we should be able to reach that after a few more adventures, as long as we have the souls to power our education. Alright. And of course, we'll have items in which to enchant. Let's be discreet.
What the? I'm invisible.
Yes, you are. What? Stormcloaks. Huh. I'll take the arrows for Lydia. Huh. So was this an Imperial fort? Doesn't look like it. But I think... Not empty. Oh. Warlocks. So I think that this fort belongs to warlocks, and the Imperials were just passing by along with the Stormcloaks when they met each other in battle. So let's see what we can find inside. Alright. Soul gem. Oh. I, of course, bear no kinship for outlaw mages. There you go.
Come on! I
No, you don't.
Kill her, please.
thought!
Come on. Kill her.
Takes care of that.
Alright. Thank you. Skeletons. It's to my advantage to keep my hands up, because we have a perk called Energy Shield, which will reduce damage against us, fueled by our magic arrow, which is fine. Might as well. I should try learning as many spells that I can, even if we don't intend to use them. It may be useful eventually. Just as I should have had a spell like Candlelight if I need it. Where are those sounds coming from? Damn. Ouch. Oh, you that was overkill. But it's fine. Circle of protection. I think that's all that we can find here. Let's move out. What's going on down there? Lydia, please catch up. Ouch. Who are you? Oh, oh well. Stormcloaks are very energetic.
No, not like this.
alien you.
Never should have come here. What the? Do
Don't leave. You've got a date with the Ripper.
mercy.
Oh, come on. There you go. Oh. All right. You have to find a way into the other parts of the fort. Perhaps there. No, I think this is where we entered. Hey there. Lydia, don't worry. There are sure to be a lot more enemies. Alright, here. This is not the same entrance. Alright. Let's open that up. That's where we came from. Let's see what we have here. Apparently a barracks. Oh, candlelight. How about that? Very basic spell that we should know. Along with the basic fire, shock and frost spells. It would be kind of silly for a master wizard as ourselves to not have such basic magic. Just because we are a specializer in illusion doesn't mean that we should be ignorant of every other magical school. That would be just stupid. Right. Anyone here? Zombie. Do we know this? Oh, we know this now. The most basic of necromancy spells. You won't ever use it, but... Ooh, look at that! We are wearing, of course, Archmage robes, which are nice and fluffy. All spells cost 50% less. Increases magicka. Magicka regenerates 100% faster. This is actually better for us if only for illusion. They also kind of look better. And we can wear a hood now with this. Huh. I'll hang on to that. Actually, I'll want master robes. Let's put on the Archmage robes again. But we'll keep these. I wonder who's an illusionist here. Well, none of them, since no one is actually wearing them. Take that. Alright, come on. fine. Oh. Let's move back. That's a fire. Oh. Convenient. Milady, we've driven the last of the bandits from Fort Snowhawk. Regretfully, the North Tower suffered some major damage in the final assault, but repairs are already underway. As you predicted, the fort should be an ideal site for our experiments. Much of it is ruined, of course, but its close proximity to the northern road should ensure us a steady supply of test subjects. We hope to have some preliminary results in the next few weeks. Yes. Warlocks. The whole world is their oyster. Everyone is theirs for the experimenting on. I hate warlocks. Are you the head warlock? You are, aren't you?
Now that's how it's done.
And your experimenting days are over. Ooh, look at that. Valuable. Mystery of Talara. Uncommon taste. Well, I think that's the last of the warlocks here. We have yet taken another fortress. It's becoming quite an expertise of ours. Of course, you have to admit, the Stormcloaks kind of helped. Alright. I wish we could have joined the Khajiit who passed by here. Been nice and safe to travel alongside them. But that's fine. It's rather late. Oh my gosh. That was a dragon. Those are ruins. What am I looking at? Is that Ranvig's Fast? Yes, I'm sure of it. We cleared that some time ago when we were alongside a war band. Well, that is probably not Ranvig's Fast, but the ruins that were above it. As I recall, there was a dragon lurking there. We didn't even dare go there. I don't dare go there now, as it's very, very far away, after all. Alright, it's getting late. I think we should set up camp here. Is this flat? Now there is something that I was reading about in the notes that we had, and I actually can fashion a spell which will give us some shelter without having to use our tent. I'm not sure if we have the materials though. For starters, it's enchanting. Sorry, Lydia, if this is boring you. Here. We're missing a roll of paper, an inkwell, and a quill. Well, I'll just have to find one of those when we are in solitude. For now, though, I guess we just use our tent. Right. It's rather dark, isn't it? I think your bedroll is not easily seen. Let's turn on the light. There, that's more like it. Ah, there's your bedroll. Alright, Lydia. Let's bed down for the night. Let's have some dinner first before we go to sleep. Alright. It was a very busy day. Destroying Thalmor and warlocks. Very, very productive though. Good night, Lydia. Good night, my dear. See you in the morning. Morning, Lydia. Right, time to pack up. Think we didn't sleep too long. Look at that. What a beautiful golden morning. Well, come on. What the? Look at this. It's a tree. We could have used this as a tent. Oh well. Amazing. Alright. What an odd coloration for the morning. So, I think from my calculations, we should just follow the road and it should take us eventually to Solitude, the former seat of the High King. It's a dog. The late High King, of course, since he was slain by Ulfric Stormbreaker. Really? Who are you? Mercenary. Ah, look at that. Well, let's continue. So we should go this way. Good morning.
One of the guards said he saw a mage appear out of thin air. Claimed it was one of those Sijic monks. Man's been hitting the skooma, I say.
Ah, it could probably have been an illusionist just coming out of invisibility. Anyway, here, have a trick on me. It's always good to befriend the guards.
Alright then.
So, yes. I think this should lead us faster to Solitude, because I think Solitude is over there. Whoa, sorry. In fact, I think... What's that? And I can't really investigate every single standing stone and ruin that we pass by, else we'll never get anywhere. That must be the famous dragon bridge. Thus named because it's a bridge that looks like a dragon. Huh. Dragon Bridge Town. Gateway to Solitude. The seat of power of the Legion. The Imperial Legion, that is. In Skyrim. Well, nice. At least they have a smithy. Could sell some stuff here. And before we sell anything, let's enchant them. Now we have, of course, made enchanting supplies. Anything to disenchant? Nothing. No saber. Let's just use whatever. And just enchant whatever we have in our pack that we don't intend to keep. Enchanting will basically double or triple the value after all, and our skill will continue to grow with every item. I want to save rings.
If you're looking for a rune, you want the 4 shields. Good. Necklace. And a ring. I don't think we can sell the ring to a smith though. Hello? I thought this was a smith. I think it's over there. Fairly sure I saw Smith. Oh, here it is. What did I look at? Oh well. Hello there.
Fancy robes. You a wizard or something?
I am the wizard. Archmage of the College of Winterhold. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. Let me see your wares.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Don't have much coin though. What can I purchase from you? Nothing actually. Oh well. Maybe I can buy an ebony ingot so that I can at least alright.
Until next time.
Can I use your grindstone, please? I'm going, yes. I'm really a shit smith. Oh well. I've forgotten. Have we actually finished that quest for that priestess? Yes, we did. Oh well. So that's why we still have Nettle Vein here. We're going to have a dagger as a means of last resort for defense. Might as well be a legendary item. What's the hell? What the hell? Who the hell are you? We are being attacked by something. What? What the hell? Alright.
Your blood will kiss me.
Come on. What else can we use? Yeah. Alright. Kill him! There, kill him! There, very good. Take the can suit. Very interesting. Dunmer. The rest of them.
Someone there?
There's still one left. There's one more. Huh. Fairly sure there was one more. Alright. Who are those monsters? Don't recognize the robes, but they smell familiar. Very odd mask. Alright, come on. Are we going the right way? Apparently we're not going. Lydia, come on.
I'm invisible.
I think we've slain enough Thalmor. Are they looking for us? Let's get out of here, Lydia. Come on. What the hell? Why do I feel that I need to go there? You know what? I think my wanting to come here wasn't exactly entirely my own decision. I think I've been led here.